Hey everybody, welcome to my stream of conCHOICENESS. Today, my choice is to be a little bit funnier than I normally am. And if those of you who know me think I'm pretty funny, just look out. It's my birthday, yo. And 48 equals 18. And here's my word for the year, fearlessness. Speak your mind, honor your truth, talk about what you want to talk about, be woke. I don't even know what that is. I woke up at about 9:30. Anyway, here I am in Saratoga Lake in Stillwater, New York. Another wonderful place. If I could have been a travel agent for upstate New York, that would have been my job, especially in the summer. If somebody wants to know how to full-time summer it up, call me, email me. And you know what? I'm going to give you my email right now, AndreaTate7@gmail.com, in case you have any questions or want to talk to me about the upstate New York region and or anything I've talked about. So anyway, back to fearlessness on my birthday at this age. You don't reach 48 by not making somebody angry, right? You don't mean to offend people. You just say things and they get offended. Personally getting offended. It's like what's happening right now. Since, March 16th, 2020 or before, everybody gets offended about everything. You're offended because someone's wearing a mask. You're offended because someone's not wearing a mask and they're a murderer, right? And if you're wearing a mask, you're obviously socialist or the government's controlling you. Don't think I haven't had those thoughts just a little bit. But being personally offended when people do things, it's not really about you, it's more about them. And so living fearlessly, I think, is speaking your mind, being respectful of what you say, and you can say, no thanks, and walk away. You don't have to be jerky about it, right? You don't have to join some army that has no purpose unless you want to. And if you do, I'm not going to take personal offense to it. I might have taken personal offense to it before, but I've decided today I'm not going to do that. If you want to go find yourself at 21 years old in Seattle and make a big old blockade and try to get rid of the police because you're 21 and you got nothing else going on, that's about you. That is not about me or 95% of America. And I do believe that when we were growing up, see, I'm a Gen Xer. Who's a Gen Xer out there? In the 90s, we tried to find ourselves, just out of high school and in our college years. Seattle was a big scene then, too. It's called grunge alternative music. Kurt Cobain, Eddie Vedder, Soundgarden. There's a million bands. I can't even remember them all. But that's how we found ourselves, through music. Even Rage Against the Machine, who is definitely anti-government, they have just good music. But, none of those people were trying to take down cities and destroy neighborhoods because they were like, I don't really have anything to do right now. I have a liberal arts degree, and this guy said it would be a really great idea to go in the middle of the city and just take over and get rid of the cops. I think that's great. I want to be autonomous with how I think. And yeah, I'm going to do that. Mom, can you Venmo me some money so I can not live in the house for a while, get some Starbucks downtown because Seattle is where Starbucks is from. And then I'll come home when I want to and then live in the basement again, and you'll just pay for me for do everything. And then we'll go to Cabo again for vacation because I could live here forever and I don't have a purpose. I know that probably offended somebody, but give me a break. The parents who were like this on their phone should have been like, what? But instead they were like, okay, just let me know, because we were addicted to our phones. I know I'm on a tangent here. I'm addicted to my phone at times, but I have to turn it off. I'm here. Look how beautiful this is. Get out in nature. Put your phones down. Don't watch this. Don't watch this right now when you're outside and it's beautiful. Watch this when it's gray and cloudy. And then you can talk about it later. You can watch it later. You can watch it whenever. But don't watch it when it's nice out. Don't be checking your Facebook page. Well, if you are, I'm not going to be personally offended, but you're the one missing out on this. Anyway, back to CHAZ, Chop Autonomous Zone in the 90s. We didn't do that. We bought some ripped jeans, Birkenstocks with socks, flannel shirts, listened to a bunch of music on CDs, hung out with our friends, and tried to make garage bands. That was about the extent of it. But then we were like, oh, all right, this is going to last a while. Maybe I'll go to Europe for a year if my mother and father help me do that. Backpack, go to some cool hostels. And then I'm going to come home and get my MBA and then continue to work. That's pretty much what my generation did. And so most of the people my age are doing that. And we're all saying, what's with CHAZ? Who's CHAZ? CHAZ needs his parents to pull him by the ear and say, knock that off. I'm sorry, I'm going off about it because it's my birthday and I'm being fearless. I don't know that I'm offending too many people. I'm all for a good cause. I really am. You want to march, you want to protest, you want to talk about stuff. Help, that's how things change. Revolution changes things. But when the revolution is nasty, mean towards other people on the other side, if you're left, you're not right. You get what I'm saying? So if you're too far one way left, too far one way right, you got to have balance in your life. That's like not being grounded, right? All you're doing is working or overeating or over drinking. You're not grounded, right? Left and right, be centered, be in the middle, somewhere in the middle, right? I know that there's people that are on either end, and great. If you want to do that, that's fine. But when you start destroying cities and towns and people die because you're 21 and there's no cops and you push those cops out, that thin blue line is supposed to protect you. And if you just go ahead and say, we don't need you anymore, then don't call me when there's a problem. So I'm going to shout out for all the police officers out there that are doing the right thing. And yes, there are bad cops. There are bad doctors. There are fraudulent doctors. There are bad teachers. There are bad nurses. There are bad government people. There are bad senators. There are bad presidents. There are bad everything. But there's also very, very good of all those things. So let's not defund everybody. Let's defund our thoughts instead that derail us from doing the right thing. Give me a small break. This is my fearless talk for my birthday. Now, I'm bringing it back to center here. Everybody has to decide, all right, if I'm going one direction or the other, then does it feel good? Does it feel good to take over an entire town, get rid of every single police officer, destroy stores, and then 3 weeks later, go back home to your mom's house? Not have your job that have maybe altruistic helping people because you don't know what you're doing, you're trying to find yourself. I feel bad for you that you can't find yourself. But you're not going to find yourself in destroying things, hurting people, and making a just destruction of America. That's not helping anyone. That's considered a war zone. Nothing gets done like that. I think the police are back in Seattle now. I do believe that they've had to take back over because guess what? 18-year-olds don't have full frontal lobes to be doing anything. Okay? You can't run a company and own a bank at 16, 18, 19, 20 years old. If you do, you're a prodigy. But developmentally speaking, you don't have the reasoning. You just don't, I'm sorry. And I know that there are some people that do, and you are woke. And you need to be validated, and you're probably much smarter, and you've owned, I don't know, Facebook and whatever at those ages. Great. That's wonderful. There are those wonderful geniuses out there that are way smarter than me that are making billions and billions. Shout out to you. But you're not smart if you're running the place and destroying things and then people die. You need adults. You need your Italian grandmothers or parents to come in, drag you out by the ear and say, knock it off. So let me just play this out for you. If I were to have said when I was growing up, me and my brother, oh my God, we're so bored. What do you want to do? I don't know. This guy named CHAZ called me and he was like, let's go to this one city and take it over. All right, we're bored. It's summer. We have nothing to do. I don't know what my degree is. I'm on the 8-year plan for a bachelor's degree. Okay. Hey, Dad. What? Why aren't you outside mowing the lawn? We're going to go downtown Rochester and we're going to take over. We're going to make autonomous. We want autonomy and we want you to hear us. He would go, excuse me? I'll find you. You're right here in my house. Like Sebastian Maniscalco says, I found you. You're right here. Get a job, right? And get a job doing something to help somebody else. Because when you do that, you feel better about yourself. You don't have to go find yourself destroying things. And they would have said, sure, you want to do that autonomous zone? Don't come around here no more and don't even ask me for my money. You're on your own. Or if they do want you to stay and you're too young to make the decision, you can go and come in like my mother did at the school dance and pull me out. Enough of this. Stop it. So, that's my fearless rant for the day. And I hope I haven't offended anyone. And if I had, that is not my intention. My intention is to say, whenever you make a decision, stay grounded, peaceful. Say, is it loving? Is it kind? Is it nice? Is it respectful? I can have the First Amendment speak my mind, but I don't need to destroy other people doing it. George Washington didn't say, or whoever wrote the Constitution, see, I'm terrible at history. First Amendment, say anything and everything that is disgusting, gross. It doesn't even matter who you hurt. No, they had wooden teeth. They weren't even thinking these things. They wanted freedom from the Brits. Take it with a grain of salt. There's going to be a part 2. but I'm going to go enjoy this beach. So that's my stream of choices today. Make it be your choice to be loving, to be kind, to be fearless, to be honest, be truthful, have discernment, enjoy the people around you, love everybody, and have an excellent and amazing, awesome day. Do things in your life that you love, that you know give back to other people. Stay grounded. Take those breaths before you make any decisions and say, does it feel good in my stomach to do this? Does it feel good in my heart to do this? And if you have a no and you don't know and you're just blindly following, ask a mentor. Ask somebody you really respect. Stop, close your eyes, and say to your higher power, God, Jesus, Buddha, Allah, whoever it is, help me. Am I making the right decision? And will I hurt anyone in this process? Peace, love, respect to everybody out there. Make good choices like your parent always says. And I hope you guys have an awesome day. My stream is out.